Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Zebo Nation Plays Football Manager 2017 with Lansing United in the Vanarama League, the National League. That's right, no longer in the National League South. We're now in the National League proper thanks to our wonderful playoff run that we did last season. So what we've done here, I've gone through the whole preseason and the off season. And this is our record so far. Not a very good preseason because, I don't know, we brought in a bunch of new players and tried some new things, and we played a lot of tough games, and it didn't work out for us that well. But we went 5 wins, 4 losses, 1 draw. And now we're coming up to our very first National League game against Sutton United. First of all, I guess we'll take a look at what's transpired. So financially, we're kind of in the same place that we've been at for a while. Sitting there with $167,000, our finances have pretty much leveled off in recent seasons. Not losing a lot of money, but we're not gaining a lot of money, so we got to work on that this season. Hopefully, we'll start getting a few more people in, a few more fans, a few more season tickets, stuff like that. You know, we're in the higher league, so maybe that'll get us some more attention. I don't know. We'll see. The board, speaking of that, we are expanding the grounds to meet the requirements of this new league. It's not going to cost us a ton of money or take a very long time. It'll be done by the end of the year. But, you know, that is something that's happening, so maybe that'll keep fans away for a little while. I have no idea how that works. I do know our stadium is kind of jacked up. It looks like somebody took a wrecking ball to one side of it, the side opposite the tunnel. It was completely demolished. I didn't think they'd have to do that for this small of a renovation. I think they only had to add like 1,000 seats. But, you know, I guess that's the only animation the game has, is you just tear down the whole half side of the stadium. Other than that, not a lot's going on. We're still very secure with the club. The board still refuses everything we want to do because of money problems. One thing in the off season, there was sort of a hostile takeover. My uncle's company was sold despite his wishes, and that includes our team. So our team got new ownership. But so far, they've agreed to keep me on as manager, so that's good. I survived the takeover. But now we're on our own. Now we have to perform. We have to produce. No more of this, the legacy of our uncle keeping us here in this position. So okay, that's it for the club. Transfers, we've done a lot of work. There's been a lot of things going on in this offseason. As you can see over here on the right, we've dropped a ton of players. We've just let people go just to clear up the roster, to clear up some salary cap, and even though we didn't clear up much salary cap, but just to clean things up a little bit. First of all, we got rid of a ton of young guys who just were not going to produce anything for us. They were, their abilities were too low, their potential was too low. It was just not going to help us out at all. So that's what the vast majority of these guys are. There's only a few names on there you might recognize. Jamie DeBono was a guy who had some potential, but he just never reached it. And his potential dropped every season, so he just looked worse and worse every season. So finally got rid of him. Leo Mason, another youngster who, was always complaining about playing time, but we were just never going to give it to him because he was no good. So that's most of these guys, but there are a few names on here from the first team that we let go. We let go of Mustafa Bangair Williams. He was a guy we brought in last season to play, I think, right back. Defensive fullback. And he just never found his place in this team. He's too defensive and yet not defensive enough, so just got rid of him. Jake Dunwoody, central midfielder, 22 years old. A guy, he had some potential. Still has some potential, but he just doesn't fit. Joe Jones, defender, again, just no place for him. Awen McEwen, guy who played a little bit, the Shea Yates clone, essentially, so we don't need two of those guys. He's got a lot of potential, but he's not reaching it, and he probably never will. And then, of course, the pint-sized advanced playmaker, Harrison Reeves. We're going to get rid of him for the second time. I don't think we're going to use an advanced playmaker this season, so he won't be of an issue. Now, the transfers that we brought in are kind of a motley crew. I was a little disappointed with the transfer market this season, at least the guys that I could find for free, most of them. And I thought we'd have access to better players, but it didn't really work out that way. So I just sort of had to take who I could take and who fit in with the plans that I had. And our starting roster is pretty much set, so unless there was somebody like really jumping out at me, really like, you know, this guy's got a lot of potential or a lot of ability, I just wasn't going to break up the team to bring him in. So I brought in Danny Bowler on a free, 19 years old center midfielder. Really, I brought him in as a specialty player. He's got 14 free kicking, 12 corners, 15 leadership. So he's a guy who can add some extra things to the team. He's probably going to play in the under 23s for most of the season, but we might bring him up if we need him. Other than that, his stats aren't that great. There's not much he gives to the team that other players don't, except for those specialty abilities. Then Warren Fry's the first person I've ever spent like big bucks on, which is $15,000 is big bucks for this team. Got him from Stevenage. He's a right defender, only 19 years old. I brought him in. I didn't really need him, but he was available. They had him transfer listed, and he had decent stats, you know, high strength and stamina, fitness. His jumping reach and pace aren't, you know, out of this world, but they're good enough for a fullback. And he's just a guy, I don't know, he spoke to me, and I wanted to bring him in. You know, decent aggression, decent work rate. His technical skills are obviously low, but he's only 19, so he's got a chance to grow. And we were able to sign him for 2 years, so that'll give us a chance to really work on him and hopefully build him up. Another guy with a ton of potential. This guy, I was very surprised to get him on a free. Joe Ree, 22-year-old, another central midfielder. He's got 13 pace, which I like, 14 acceleration. You know, his strength and jumping are not good at all, but he can kind of make up for that with speed and agility. His decision-making, leadership, vision are all good. He's another guy not good technical, but he's got so much potential. 4.5 star potential. He only has 4 cons against him. So, you know, we're going to play this guy, play him a lot, and see if he improves. And if he can get better and improve, hopefully we can sign him to a big contract. Brought in Al Skinner, 20-year-old target man. He's a big dude, 6'2", 222 pounds. So he can really clog up the middle there, like, you know, play the Shaquille O'Neal role, just plop himself in the center and hopefully get some shots his way, some crosses. He's got 13 finishing, 13 heading, so hopefully, you know, he can score some goals for us. We're not going to rely on him as a starter. Obviously, we got plenty of strikers, but I just wanted to have a little bit of depth there. Lewis Council, another 19-year-old left defender. Need left defenders. Sort of have a dearth of left defenders. But, you know, again, this guy's not great. 10 pace, 9 jumping reach, only 5 strength. But he does have 13 free kicking, 9 corners. So he's a guy, he can play that left side. He'll be a reserve. He'll probably play in the under 23s mostly. And again, I'm just kind of disappointed with a lot of these guys I brought in. None of them are real difference makers. Tommy Schulberg, defensive midfielder, I brought him in. He's only 18 years old. Good physical abilities, 13 strength, only 7 pace. Not that great. Not good at all, honestly. 17 teamwork, 12 work rate. You know, he's got some interesting stats for an 18-year-old. He only has 5 cons against him. And he's already been sent out on loan to Histon. So hopefully he can get better and improve on somebody else's team. And then a guy with the most unfortunate name, Jack Diaper, a goalkeeper. Again, 18 years old. He's okay. He's not great. But I cut a lot of guys on the under 18s, including some goalkeepers. So I needed an under 18 goalkeeper. And he'll play there for as long as he can. And then finally another goalkeeper, Brent Lewis, 19 years old. from, ooh, what is that? I do not recognize that location that he's from. Is he from Trinidad and Tobago? Is that what that is all about? Yes. All right. I did not know that was the name. They sort of conflagrated two words together and made up some sort of word. I couldn't even pronounce it. But he's from Trinidad and Tobago, obviously playing in England somewhere. But I picked him up on a free. And again, he's just a backup goalkeeper. He'll be playing in the under-23s, no doubt about that. Let's see. I guess that's it for the transfers. So we can look at competitions, of course. Here's the Vanarama National League. Got a lot of teams in this league, 24 teams. So we got quite a bit of competition to go through. Just the FA Cup and the FA Trophy are our only other competitions. Don't have any derbies to play in. Let's see. I guess we'll go to the match preview. I think that's all we need to look at for the off-season. That was a quick off-season report. I'll show the team that we're going to go with once we do the match preview. So we might as well get right into that. Sutton United. Let's see what their team selection looks like. Oh, they haven't selected a team yet. That's too bad for them. So let's see, maybe we can take a look at their senior squad, see what they look like. Yeah, they got some pretty good players on there. I think our scouts are getting a little better. We're able to tell some of their players aren't the greatest players in the world, even though we still believe that many of them are. But yeah, they look pretty good. We'll see what they're all about once we play them. They put their money where their mouth is. Let's go to our team selection. So we're going to start off in the 4-4-2 just because right now this is our most in shape team. I've had a lot of trouble this preseason getting guys in shape because I tried to play so many. I brought in a ton of guys on not on loan but on trial. I still have 2 of them left over I'm trying to get rid of, but I brought a ton of guys in on trial, so that kind of hurt our fitness levels a little bit as I put those guys in the lineup and tried to scout them that way. Because our scouting department isn't that great, so it's better for me to just bring them in and get a look at them myself. But that does have ramifications for getting ready for the beginning of the season. So here we are. Right now we're going with Bowman in goal, of course. Sam Smith, Vint, Dalby are all back at defense, as well as Keenan Layton, our team captain. Now, some of these guys have lost a little bit of potential here, a little bit of role ability, but maybe they'll gain that back as we play through the season. Randrian Arena is back at right wing. I'm going to start Dominic Thompson at ball-winning midfielder. I'm going to start Joe Ray, our new big signee at central midfielder. He's going to play the support role. Cameron Go is back at left wing. And then, of course, Adadaji and Abrams at the forward positions. Our reserves are going to be Kalambali, Dan Adams, Luther Wilden, Sam Stewart can play the wing, and Shea Yates. Of course, we're going to give him a start there at the reserve striker. I think that's who we're going to play. Yeah, that's who we're going to play. Might as well. A lot of the other guys we're shipping out to play on the under-23s just to get some more match fitness. So these are the guys we're going to go with. Everybody's lacking match fitness. That's good. So it's an exciting season. We're in a new conference. We've stepped up in competition. Good old Lancing United, UK, moving up the ranks. I'm also very excited because I just got my supporter scarves for the home team of Lancing United. My home team of Lancing United. I decided to break down and buy some season tickets this year. They're only $100, so might as well. And they came with a pair of lovely scarves. So we'll be able to sport those at old DeMartin Stadium if they play there this season. They were saying they might not play there this season because that's also the college stadium, the university stadium. So they got some schedule conflicts there. Let's see. All right, so we're going to close down the way we always close down, fairly tightly. Passionate. Come on, guys. Show everyone what you can do. There we go. Start the match. This is not a home game. Don't believe. No. Because otherwise we'd have one end of the stadium all torn up. Similar to our stadium, though. Alright, so we start off with the ball. Ooh, there we go. Nice play up to Adadije to kick things off, and then he kind of turns it over. Thompson wins it back. It's our new man, Ree, getting it out wide to go. Ooh, he gets it in. Oh, they're really packing that defensive line back. So I'm not sure if we're going to have to get it out wide or work it in close. I really kind of wish we had gone with the 3-striker formation this time around. I think that would be better at breaking up this defensive line than going wide with the 4-4-2. Eastbourne Borough made it up to this league as well. I just saw their score flash by. They must have won the league. Did they? Maybe. Randrian Arena with the free kick. Nobody there on the other end of it. But he picks it up. See if we can restart the offense. There's Ree to Abrams. Can we get it to Adadije? No. If you recall last season, Adadije was our everything. I mean, he was our player of the year, our signee of the year, our goal scorer of the year. Everything. So needless to say, we need to get him the ball. Oh boy, that was a dangerous corner. I think it got through to one of their guys. Like I said, we are a little rusty. So this game could be pretty ugly. Tristan Abrams offsides. Lansing United moved up to 14th place even though we didn't score. There we go. Adadije blasts it forward to Abrams. He's in on goal. Nope. Woolston with the save. Alright, let's see if Go can do something from the corner. He lobs it wide, lobs it high. Goalkeeper makes a dramatic save. Woolston again. Alright, time's flying. I'm not sure. I think we might want to... Yikes. I think we might want to work on our corner defense. That was terrible. That was really bad. I mean, nobody marked that. Look at him. He's just standing there all by himself. Nobody marked him. That's awful. It's like grade school defense right there. Alright, so we might have to change things up a bit. I think... There we go. Adadije tries to play it. It doesn't work. Alright. Let's pause it here instruction-wise. Let's try some more direct passing. See if that gets us anything. Because they seem to be open. Maybe not for the counterattack, but just for more aggressive attacking. Might even want to go attacking, but I don't know. I might want to get stuck in too. They're controlling the ball quite a bit. I think they might be ripe. Bowman. This is going to be 2 highlights right in a row. Oop, Abrams didn't even go up for that ball. Dalby with the nice steal. Gonna restart this again. Abrams again didn't go for that ball. Look at Adadije. He is ready to make a run if somebody would pass it up to him. Go. Pass it up to him. Come on. Ree? Nope. Back to Ree again. There we go. Up to Adadije. I hope he's on sides. Oh, what another stop by the goalkeeper. That's something to worry about. If goalkeeping is that much better in this league than the last league, we might have some trouble with our attacking style. Hopefully that's not the case, but it definitely could be. There's no doubt about that. All right. So let's give him a pep talk passionately, assertively, maybe. I expect to see a much better showing in the second half. All right, instructions. I think we'll go on the attack. We'll get stuck in and see what that gets us. Hopefully not a lot of yellow cards, but it very well might. It's been a while since I've played this save. I've been playing the FC Dallas save most of the time. I got to kind of get back in the swing with this team. It's not as definitely not as skilled as my MLS team, which you probably don't hear that very often, but that's definitely the case here. Just a higher caliber of players over there than what I'm dealing with here in the lower leagues. I mean, I guess it's not technically the lower leagues, but the National League. You know, maybe if there weren't so many other domestic leagues, then this league would be much better. You know, there'd be much less competition for players if there was just like Premier League and then National League and then, you know, the lower leagues. That is definitely not the case. Okay, 68 minutes gone. That's not good. We haven't really generated anything this half. Maybe that'll change here. Thompson's got a yellow card. Let's get out to our wingers. They haven't done anything. Randry and Arena's sort of dribbling the ball around. Oh, there's a nice cross. Oh, almost got the goal. Beat the goalkeeper, just didn't have it on target. Here we go. Oof, bad cross. It's like if our wingers can't cross the ball, then what's their point? Oh, there we go, into Randry and Arena. Off the post, Adadaji is there for the cleanup, though. There we go. First goal of the season for the Wizard, Adadaji. Nice. All right, so we tied it up there. Thompson with the long ball forward. Very nice pass. Randry and Arena. Tough luck off the post, but Adadaji is there to clean it up. All right, here's another highlight, a throw in on their part. It's going to be easily intercepted by Ree. Fires it downfield for Adadaji. He's going to get there first, use that speed. Oh, he gets it stolen, though. Uh-oh, we're vulnerable to the counterattack here. Mason on the streak. Looks like he beats Dalby. Ooh, Bowman steers it aside, though. That was a good save. Well worth the money. You know, we didn't have to give anybody huge contracts. We did have to give a lot of people pay raises. Bowman was one of the ones that had an automatic pay raise if we got promoted. But you know, I'm fine with that. He was a huge contributor to that. Smith, it would have been nice if you cleared that a different way, but better safe than sorry, I guess. All right. Defended that one maybe a little better. Maybe not. Maybe not at all. Was Hodge offsides? I don't think so. Yes, he was offside. Nice. Alright, so let's make a couple of subs here. Thompson is tired and he's got a yellow card. So we'll bring in Wilden, which is essentially just as good as he is. Let's see, is there anybody else I could bring in? Can Arena? Nope, he cannot play both wings. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Let's see, I could bring in Kalambayi for Dalby. Say that 5 times fast. I could bring in Stewart. He can play left back or left wing. I could bring him in for go. That might not be the worst idea in the world. So I'll do that, and then we'll save our last sub. I get another free kick. Oh gosh. Another awful play. Drops us down to 18th. So there we gave up that disallowed goal real quick. I mean, look at that. Again, they're just standing around not marking that guy who's standing at the post. Gotta fix that. I don't know if that's just lack of match fitness or if that's some sort of structural problem or if we need to train up our set piece plays. So right now we are looking bad. We are looking real bad. They're just coming in and dominating us in the second half. That's technically 3 goals they've scored, but only 2 of which have counted in the second half. Ugh, look at that. Just a poor defense out there, and just letting guys hang out unmarked. Alright, so because of that, we'll bring Kalambayi in for Dalby. See if maybe that changes things up a bit. Because defense was the strength of this team. Well, I can't say that because of Adadaji. Adadaji was the strength of this team, and he still might be. So it might just be this formation is not good enough. We have to switch back to the 4-3-3, which is what, what did it for us last season. So it might have been a mistake to play this formation at all. But, you gotta live and learn sometimes. Okay, here's another free kick. Here's another. This guy just standing there, completely unmarked. Come on, guys. What is happening? Like, this is bad. This is like, NHL 94, where you can just, do the same move over and over and over again and score like, 100 goals in a game. If I was him, that's all I'd do is I'd come down, try to get a left corner kick, and or right corner kick, I guess it is, and score easy goals. Daily, oh boy, look at this. Our very first game in the National League, and we get crushed. This is not good. This isn't going to help anybody's confidence at all. Daly just beats Bowman. I mean, you can only face so many shots before you break down. And our team definitely broke down. This will be the end of it. There's this final whistle. Wow. Wow, what a punch in the gut. Start off the new season in the new league looking like you're ready for relegation here. So we'll be assertively and say, I'm not happy about that performance. Alright, so that motivated some guys. But wow, look at that. We are in dead friggin' last. -4 goal differential. Ouch, ouch, ouch. Alright, we're going to have to change some things up for next match. Let's see. Let's look at the analysis here. What do we got? Only 9 interceptions for Smith. Our defensive line had okay, 15 and 14 interceptions. Adadaji, 0% headers won. I don't think that's really his job. Leighton didn't do anything. Yeah, just not a lot going on here. Ree had 5 fouls against him, so that's good. But, yeah, very disappointing. Leave the match. Who do we have up next? We have Maidstone at home. So maybe that'll help us out. Get a home game, and we'll be able to come back next time with a win. Let's see. I don't think we're going to just watch the next game. We're obviously going to move forward in the season to the, let's take a look at the schedule. Again, I don't see any other cups other than the 4th round of the FA Cup. So we'll probably play, how many matches are here? Anyway, we'll play the first quarter of the season, come back with a quarter season update. Maybe that will align with the FA Cup. I don't know. But anyway, we'll see you next time. Bye.